Willie Velasquez grew up on San Antonio's west side, in the heart of the barrio. There were no sidewalks, no drainage for the winter downpours that regularly flooded the Mexican part of town, including the Velasquez home. In 1966, Velasquez became the first in his family to graduate from college. While volunteering with the farm workers that summer, he realized nothing would change in the barrio until Chicanos harnessed the power of their numbers. By 1974, Velasquez had found his calling, organizing thousands of voter registration drives across the Southwest.
It was enormously successful. Nobody had marshaled the resources, the expertise, the technology of voter registration like Willie Velasquez did.
And there's some elections, and, you know, some of the people he registers to vote ask him, Willie, why didn't we win? We're all registered. Okay? So then, you know, it became very painfully clear to Willie that it was a system. It was the electoral political system of the state of Texas that was totally against them ever winning.
The system is stacked against us with gerrymandering. The way they have districts cut up is that they divide a neighborhood where it's concentration of Chicanos into little pieces. And we're never going to be able.
In town after town, Velasquez documented abuses and began filing voting rights lawsuits.
They never lost a case. 85 voting rights cases.
We were great lawyers. It's just that the law was so obvious and the violations were so clear. And the results were so directly connected to changing the election system, changing the way the game was played, that once you changed it, and people participated, and people started getting elected.
Velasquez was consumed with court cases and registration drives, pushing himself to the point of exhaustion, even though he was often ill.
He never went to the doctor to have himself checked out. Instead, he was just kept taking Pepto-Bismol, you know, to you know, get through whatever pain he was going through. But when finally he couldn't take it anymore.
Velasquez was diagnosed with kidney cancer in May 1988. In 6 weeks, he was dead.
He died at 44. At 44, we lost somebody that was basically a genius organizer. That's the way I would put it.
Willie Velasquez was posthumously honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian peacetime award a U.S. president can bestow.
No person in modern America who has run for public office, wherever Hispanic Americans live, has failed to feel the hand of Willie Velasquez. He made this a greater country.
The world changed for us in a way that now you can see it. There are United States senators that are Latino. You can see that there are governors. You can see mayors. You can see figures that are now leading many institutions. This is a beautiful flowering that came out of the Chicano movement. And what that said was, we were not foreigners. This is our homeland, which we understood was the United States of America, where we all belong.
Aggression and violence, only to find resistance.
I say put them on leaky boats.
But as the arguments rage, the culture shifts right under America's feet.
Suddenly it was cool to be Latino. All of a sudden we're playing a Super Bowl, the most American of places to be.
When Latino Americans returns in a moment.